Welcome to Inspired Leaders. Wow, what a beautiful day to be with all of you guys. Thank you so much for coming and celebrating 7 years with us. It's wild to think of how far we've come. When we got started doing Inspired Leaders, it was all wrapped up in when Andy and I started our business. And I was coming fresh out of being a teacher. Anybody else leave education to do what they're doing? Yeah, there's a lot of us. And I was terrified. I had no idea what I was doing. I didn't know who to turn to or where to go. But thanks to this beautiful community that we live in, I was able to do a lot of networking and meet with many of you and ask a lot of questions and get a lot of information and gain some confidence in how I was going to start my business and sustain my business. And when we started Inspired Leaders, it was at first a little bit more tactical, like, hey, this is how you do marketing. And then it really took on a life of its own, and it has continued to have a life of its own, where our speakers come in month after month, and they share their stories. But they don't just share their rah-rah of, this is how I'm successful, and this is how you can be successful also. Excuse me, but they share their shit. Woo, that's right. They share those tough times, those moments when we all want to quit, those moments when we don't know how we're going to be able to keep going, those moments when we don't want to get out of bed or don't want to make that phone call or don't want to go to that appointment, and we just, you know what, let's just shut this business down and be done. Anybody feel that? Okay, I'm so glad I'm not alone. All right, so it happens to us. It is a normal thing. It is part of the human experience. But what happens here at Inspired Leaders is that month after month, these speakers are sharing their stories with us. And the hope is that you, as the audience, you gain strength from those stories. You gain some camaraderie. You know that you are not alone in this world as we're moving forward trying to build a business and a life for ourselves and our family. So I hope that every month that you come here, including today, you leave and you feel encouraged, you feel filled up, you feel like you are in a room full of people that if you need to have a cry or a scream or a drink or whatever it is that helps you kind of get through your emotions, you know that there's people in this room that do that with you because we are all in this together. So thank you so much for coming to Inspired Leaders and celebrating 7 years with us today. We are so thrilled and so honored to have you all. If you can, please silence your phones. If you need to take a phone call or anything, you're welcome to go out into the lobby. But if you can spend this next hour just for you, I think you'll really enjoy it. But if you could certainly silence your phones, that would be awesome. So you can keep up with us all over social media, and I really do mean all over. If you scan that QR code, you will get to all the platforms that we're on. You can also get to our website where you can see videos of past speakers. You can apply to be a speaker yourself or nominate somebody that you know. Same with sponsors. If you're interested in sponsoring this event, you can apply for that as well. You can also see photos from past events. You can RSVP for future events. All the things are on that QR code. So scan that QR code and keep it with you so that you can stay connected with us. All right, so today is a little bit different since we're celebrating 7 years. As many of you know, we usually do drop and go commercials, but today is just our sponsors going to do commercials. So if you're a sponsor, one time or regular, please come up and join me on stage. It is because of these sponsors that we are able to do this every single month. These people, yes, please give them a huge round of applause. These people help provide us with delicious food, with this beautiful location, with the AV, with the video, with the photography. This month we've got some extra sponsors to help us with balloons and more food and dessert and all the little extra fluff that you see around. It is because of these beautiful people. So they all get an opportunity to do a 30-second commercial every single month. And so I'm going to give them that opportunity to do that today because we would not be here without them. So our beautiful sponsors, come into the light when you give your commercial, please. And watch for the 30 seconds on the back because there's lots of you, so we want to make sure that we get through it all. But tell everybody who you are.
Thank you. Good morning, everybody. My name is Nick Plunk with Plunk Productions. I'm a videographer, producer, and editor, so if you need help with any of those three things, if you know what you want to make but you don't know how to get there, I can help you. If you say, Nick, I don't have any ideas, I don't know what I want, can you help me? Yes, I can help you. I'll help you film, edit. The only thing I won't do is post it for you. You got to get out there and post it, but I will help you plan it, shoot it, put it together, make it look cinematic, and sell whatever it is you have, do, or say. 30 seconds. There we go.
Good morning. Kevin's the name. Realty's the game. You know, real estate, we know it's the key to the American dream, to achieving everything you want, but it's very daunting and intimidating from the outside. I help my clients get through that. I guide them along the way so that they reach their dreams. And real estate is how we do it. Y'all know me as the realtor in the fedora, and in fact, I'm probably already in your phone. Just ask Siri, hey Siri, who is the realtor in the fedora? And if I pop up, that's your sign to call me. Kevin Williams.
Hi, I'm Mike Navolio with the Clean Water Climb, and you only have one life to live, so why not live it to impact and benefit other people? So one way is to join the Kilimanjaro Clean Water Climb. Plus, we also have Everest Base Camp, we have Patagonia, we have Machu Picchu. So join one of our trips and raise money to bring clean water to Malawi. And I hope you come and see us afterwards. And it looks like I have 8 more seconds. What can I find here? Inspiration comes from motivation and encouragement, right? Motivation is from the front and encouragement is from the back.
Hello, my name is Anna King. I co-own RK Studios. And a really great headshot should inspire confidence, competence, and let your target market know that you're approachable. And we specialize, whether you love getting your picture taken or you loathe it, we specialize in helping you get that perfect expression that will communicate that to your target market, along with all the technical side, the lighting and everything. I am Anna King with RK Studios, and we make you look good.
Hey y'all, I am Cody, the owner of That One Painter. I'm the painter in the rope hat. I don't think you'll find me if you look me up online as that though. Anyway, if you're looking for any kind of interior, exterior painting, commercial painting, if you're a realtor, you're in real estate, you're property management, anything like that, we don't just do painting. But one of the things that I think is really cool about being a painter is, where's all the other painters in here? It's only me always. So if you're looking for a good painter, don't use anybody else. Nobody else cares about you guys as a painter. I do. Call that one painter, that painter you need.
Howdy, my name is Nikki Hankins. My business is No Dumb Blonde Accounting. I am the accountant with the blonde hair. If you know or love anyone that feels like they want to pull their hair out because they're dealing with QuickBooks or any other accounting issues, or they haven't done their books in forever, my longest client was 12 years. They had not filed taxes or done their books. Anybody like that, that is my very favorite thing. I also love to educate, so have them give me a shout. Nikki Hankins, and I am No Dumb Blonde.
Hello, inspired leaders. I am Dawn Candy. My company is I Promote You, and I'm your strategic marketing consultant. I specialize in promotional products and corporate apparel, so when you need to get your name out there, I'm your partner. I also wear the hat of as Executive Director for Hands of Justice. I want to let you guys know we're doing a Human Trafficking Awareness Summit May 22nd from 8:30 to 4. I would really encourage you to come see me. I've got a flyer. I'd love for you to share that with your friends, and let's educate the community about trafficking. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Randy Lovelace, sometimes referred to as Randy Candy because I belong to her. But I have Paragon Independent Insurance Agency. We're an independent agency that offers the personal lines, home, and auto insurance. That's what we specialize in. Also in providing information and helping people along the insurance way. My name is Randy Lovelace, Paragon Independent Insurance. 10 seconds, 9, 8. Giving you peace of mind because we are covering your assets. Okay.
Hi, I'm Brad,
I'm Monique, and we're Midas Web.
and we help small business owners who are struggling to do it all by avoiding burnout and avoiding burnout.
Yes, we want you to avoid burnout, so we built you a full support system. We have business coaching, AI training, automations, even merchant solutions, payment processing, and financial services that make sense.
Yes, and we help you simplify, strengthen, and secure your business.
So you can build wealth, protect your family, and you don't have to do it all alone.
We're Midas Web, and we help you
Build a business that lasts.
Good afternoon, inspired leaders. My name is Daniel Wolfson, Market President of Austin Bank here in the Woodlands. We're going to do a commercial together. Raise your hand if you have a debit card, whether it's personal or business. Raise your hand. Everybody should raise their hand. Keep your hand raised if your bank, through that debit card, you earn points. Keep your hand raised if you have emergency roadside assistance. Cell phone protection. Those people that don't have their hand raised, you're at the wrong bank. Come see me at Austin Bank, right here in the Woodlands. Anybody, or I'll give you a business card after this. Thanks.
Hi, my name's Darren Lee. I'm the general manager for Breakthrough located in Shenandoah. We're here to provide Houston with the best in-person social entertainment experience. We have over 35 high-tech challenge rooms to test you mentally, physically, and skill-based. You compete in every room with your team of 2 to 4. You score as many points as you can on our leaderboard. We have a restaurant and the only self-pour tap wall in the area. You are your own bartender. We have a private event space for gathering and celebrations. We're great for date night or corporate team builders. 20,000 square feet of fun for everything. And corporations say buzzwords, but at Breakthrough you use them.
All right, I'm walking towards the light, Elizabeth. This 30-second countdown thing is very intimidating. It's like waiting for a bomb to go off. Hey guys, have any of you ever attended a networking event and you left with a stack of business cards and then you went and put it on your desk and it's still there and you haven't done anything with it? I can help you with that. My name is Stacy Harris. I'm the owner of Stacy Harris Consulting. And what I do is I train business owners and sales teams how to make networking work for them. I have a class coming up in June called Beyond Business Cards, where I walk you through a 6-step process that works just great. If you want more info, see me after the meeting. Thank you so much.
Hey guys, and first of all, congratulations Elizabeth and Andy on 7. So excited for that, very excited. You guys, I'm Julie Peters with Arbonne International, and our business is health and wellness products. So a great person that would be interested is someone who's running low on their nutrition, their skincare, or their makeup. We have products that are very clean, keep you healthy from the inside out, and it is really important what you put in and on your body. So Julie Peters with Arbonne.
I was quick. Hey, good morning, Inspired. Great to see everybody. Welcome to May. Happy 7th. My name is Lance Kelly. I'm with the Business Solutions Group. We're your one-stop for all of your individual and group healthcare insurance needs, medical, dental, accident, disability. Whatever the business needs to protect its greatest asset, its people, we're going to have a solution for you, right? I'd love to have that conversation with those business owners that are unsure about wading into those group insurance waters for the first time. We're here to help. Lance with the Business Solutions Group. If you don't make time for your wellness, you'll be forced to make time for your sickness. Plan accordingly.
Hey guys, I'm Rankin Peters Music. Not going to beat around the bush on this. Live music makes your event. So I can put together whatever you'd like for whatever size, whether it's a single, duo, whatever. We just finished doing a big thing down at that OTC conference, which was a whole lot of fun. I did a movie, believe it or not. Hey, I wrote a song for that. That's coming out in September. And we're going to be at Market Street, the concert series, on Thursday, May 29th. Rankin with Rankin Peters Music.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Melanie Davis with Better Bookkeepers. Our team of 20 are here to help take the bookkeeping off your hands. So who in here enjoys doing their bookkeeping in QuickBooks? Okay, awesome. Well, think of us and give us a call. We're there to let you enjoy what you want to do. Take that off your plate. One announcement. On July 1st, write it down, BBK, Better Bookkeepers, is turning 15 years old. Yes, we would love to have you at our location to celebrate the very big accomplishment. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Amy Rogers, and I'm the owner of iTrip North Houston. I am a local short-term property manager. So together with my team, I take people's second homes or investment homes and put them on platforms like Airbnb and Vrbo, and then together we maximize your revenue, and we handle everything. So you're not getting the late night call, picking up the phone, asking how to work the blinds, or picking up cockroaches whenever they're on the floor. Summer is here, believe it or not. So right now is a great time to get your short-term rental up and live. Again, my name is Amy Rogers with iTrip North Houston.
Good afternoon. I'm David McGuffin with Space City Payments. We're your local merchant services broker. We specialize in matching your business with the right technology at the most competitive rates. We're also your consumer finance specialist. If you have an average ticket of $500 or more, we give your business the ability to offer financing to your clients. Again, I'm David McGuffin, company Space City Payments. If you can be tapped, dipped, or swiped, I got a solution for you.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. How's everybody doing? Awesome. My name is Darnold Kimball Jr. of Darnold Jr. Productions, and I specialize in photography and videography. When's the last time you updated your headshot? And I know some of you guys may have seniors. If you have any seniors and need prom pictures or anything coming up, please let me know. Darnold Kimball Jr. Think of that show, Hey Arnold. Think of me, a football head. Hey Arnold with the D in front. You'll never forget me. Darnold Jr. Productions.
Did we get everybody? These are amazing sponsors. Please give them a round of applause. We would not be here without them, so please get to know them and these beautiful people. They will support you any way that they can. We are so, so grateful for you guys believing in inspired leaders, so thank you so much.
Inspired leaders.
Inspired leaders.
Inspired leaders.
Inspired leaders.
Inspired leaders.
Inspired leaders. All right, so we are so excited to be celebrating 7 years. It's really wild to even be thinking that we've been doing this for so long. So we're going to recognize our past speakers. If you're a past speaker and can line up over here to my right, your left side of the stage, we are going to recognize you today. You guys, these people stand up here month after month sharing their stories with you. Half of it's a room full of strangers for many of them, but they're willing to stand and be brave and bold and share their life with us. And I'm so, so grateful for them. So we are going to honor first our past speakers up into this previous year. So please help me welcome Philip Wilkerson. Come on. Woo-hoo. Please help me welcome Josh Cherry. And Steve Scott. Miss Stacy Harris. Angela Aja. Daryl Jones. Deb Myers. Dave Stanbridge. Chris Guerri. Jackie Young Medcalf. Andrew Trudel. Judge Wayne Mack. Randy Lovelace. Maru McMahon. Saeed Zafar. Judge Charlene White Valdez. Chris Wenstrom. Don Candy. Mele Uwata. David McGuffin. Elizabeth Strauss. And Kristen Cherry. So these are all of our speakers that have spoken for the last 6 years. So they're kind of our OG speakers. We're so grateful for them. But we want to recognize our speakers from this last year. So please help me welcome Mr. Larry Nail. Oh, excuse me. All right, and Miss Chandra Deneen. Darrell Norris. C.R. Batiri, he could not be with us today, but give him a round of applause. Jen Marie Cook, she also could not be with us today, but give her a round of applause. Sean Barnes. Willie Diefenbach-Jones. Monique Carlisle. Elaine Roberts. And Nelda Blair. Andy and I just want to thank you all from the bottom of our hearts. We would not be able to be here today without you. We know we've asked you guys to do very uncomfortable things, standing in front of strangers and sharing your stories with them. It has pushed many of us to our limits to do it, but we are honored that you are trusting us and trust what we're doing here at Inspired Leaders, and it means the world to us. So thank you guys so much for being our past speakers. We're going to take a really quick photo, so we need you all to get real close together inside this screen. We're gonna have to like squat down, do some sorority poses, you know, all the things. I will get in, I promise. Yeah, take some, there we go, gentlemen, I like it. How are we, Darnold? Okay, all right, let's take a picture. Ready, set, go. You guys give our speakers a huge round of applause. These people are so wonderful and beautiful, and I know would support you, so if there's anything that they can do for you, please reach out to them. They are some of the most wonderful people I know, and we are so grateful to have them as our Inspired Leaders family. So please be sure to give them a big hug, tell them thank you, go find them on our website or our YouTube, watch their talk. Everybody has such a unique and beautiful take on how they present their stories to us, and we're just really grateful for that. So thank you all to our past speakers. So Inspired Leaders, since we're celebrating our 7th anniversary today, just want to share a little bit about what's important to us. We really want to support that entrepreneurial journey. It's probably one of the hardest journeys that many of us will go on, being a business owner, being in sales, making a business a life for yourself and your family, and we really want to support that and give you a safe place to be as you're growing yourself and your business here at Inspired Leaders. And we want to positively impact millions of people, as many people as we can, so that we can all feel loved and supported and guided as we're walking through life together. It can be very challenging, as we all know, and so it's really important to us to have a safe space for you all to come. But something really exciting that happened just a couple months ago is that Inspired Leaders is officially recognized as a 501c3. Yes? We are so thrilled that we were able to achieve that and excited for what that's going to mean for us going forward. So we're just really grateful for the support in achieving that every step of the way. So we've got a leadership team we could not do without. If you're on leadership, please stand up, give everybody a big wave. Give a round of applause to our leadership team. These people are amazing. They are why we get food to you, why you know where to park, why you know how to come into this room, thanks to David, right? Like all the things that we have going on that you see here and that happen behind the scenes are because of our leadership team. And then also we have a board of directors. Now that we're a 501c3, if you're a board of directors, please stand up and give a big raise of hand, give a round of applause. These people guide us in such beautiful ways in our sounding boards and help us make really important decisions, and we are so grateful to our board, so thank you guys so much. It's wild to see where we came from. Back in 2018, I believe our first event was 7 people around a conference table, and then we grew to a little bit of a larger conference room. Then 2020 hit, and we were on Zoom for a few months. And then we got to bigger locations, and now here we are today, which is unbelievable. It is such an honor to just be able to be a part of this organization and support it as it grows, and it's really cool to see where we've been and where we're going. So thank you guys all so much. Many of you have been here from day one, and we're really, really honored, and it means so much to us, so thank you. All right, so here we are, getting to what we do every month is we have a speaker come and share their story with you, and we ask them to share their shit. And a lot of times people, come they start working with us to prepare their story, and then they get up on stage and they give Andy and I the side eye, like, thanks a lot. You really made me get out of my comfort zone to give this speech. But for all of you past speakers, please feel very calm and confident that Andy also got challenged to pull out of his comfort zone in preparation for this speech. And I am so proud of you, and I'm so honored to introduce Andy Greever. So please help me welcome Andy Greever.
Thank you all so much. First off, I do want to say 7 years. This event, it's fun to celebrate the time, right? It's fun to celebrate 7 years, but really, truly, my opinion, the celebration isn't about the time that has passed. It's about all of you. All of you that, whether this is your first Inspire Leaders or this is your 50th Inspire Leaders, you are the reason why we are able to have a great impact in the community, because you believe in the people in this room and you believe in this community. So I personally just want to say thank you for being Inspired Leaders. So I'm the youngest of 3 brothers. And sometimes when you're the youngest sibling, you get certain perks that your older siblings may not receive. As you get older and maybe you're the last child in the house, your parents give you a later curfew, or you get more relaxed rules. For me, I got to receive a perk that my 2 older brothers did not from day one. So on the day that I was born, December 25th, 1984, yes, I did just turn 40, thank you. So the day that I was born, my dad was actually there at the hospital when I was born. So my middle brother, who's about 3 years older than me, it took our dad 4 days to come home to meet him. Our oldest brother, who's 5 years older than me, it took our dad 8 days to come home to meet his firstborn child. Now, let me be clear. Our dad was not some CIA operative working in a foreign country. He was an over-the-road truck driver. He could have easily asked to have been rescheduled and made it home much sooner. But by the time I came along in 1984, that had been years of a demonstrated behavior of neglect, of deceit, and adultery. You see, my middle brother and I, we almost weren't born. In 1980, after my oldest brother was just a couple of months old, our mom found out that our dad was having an affair. And right then and there, she almost filed for divorce and ended the marriage. But our grandfathers talked her out of it. They said, maybe a young marriage, being a new dad is a bit too tough of a challenge for him. Give him a second chance. And she did. And he held it together for a while, long enough for me to come along. When my mom was several months pregnant with me in August of 1984, while on family vacation, she found out he was having another affair. My mom kept it together long enough to have me, and in February of 1985, she kicked him out. She filed for divorce, and she said, no more second chances. Now, as the divorce proceedings went on in 1985, it didn't really come as a surprise to my mom that our dad didn't really put up much of a fight. You see, he wasn't interested in being in that marriage. He wasn't interested in being in me and my brother's lives. So he didn't even ask for partial custody of me and my brothers. So when our mom asked for full custody, it was easily granted. Now, as the divorce proceedings went on, and on the last day of divorce proceedings, he didn't even show up. Now, what came as a surprise to my mom when the divorce was finalized, when our dad was ordered to pay his fair share of child support since she was given full custody. You see, our dad was the breadwinner of the family. He was an over-the-road truck driver. He made okay money. Our mom, her main role was to take care of me and my brothers. She worked part-time jobs, making minimum wage. So our dad was ordered to pay child support. Well, when the divorce was finalized, those child support checks never came. See, our dad began to hatch schemes to avoid paying his legally obligated child support. So here's our mom. She's a high school graduate, working part-time jobs, making minimum wage, 3 kids under the age of 5. She's now a newly single parent. She's also a newly single earner. So she has to scramble very quickly and go to social services and ask for rent assistance so that she doesn't get evicted from the home that we're living in. She also has to apply for food stamps so that she can afford to put food on the table for me and my brothers. She has to go to their school and ask for free and reduced lunch and breakfast because she can't afford every day to pay for breakfast and lunch for my brothers at school. She has to lean heavily on our community and our church for hand-me-downs as we grow. And she has to lean big time on her parents, my grandparents, for free babysitting so that she can go back to work and pick up more shifts to try and make ends meet. See, at this time, I actually got babysat more by my grandparents than my 2 older brothers. And so when I was 3, 4, 5 years old, that paternal connection that I started to develop was with my grandfather, not my dad. See, my grandfather was the one that stepped up. He stepped up big, especially for me. See, he was the one that taught me how to hammer a nail, build a birdhouse, mow the grass. He was the one every day that demonstrated to me how you love and respect your spouse. Not my dad, my grandfather. Now, at the same time, we would see our dad maybe 3 or 4 times a year. And it was almost the same experience, the same memory for me. As I'm 3, 4, 5 years old, developing those core memories, I had the same memory over and over again of my dad. It was always a Sunday afternoon, as we would come home from church. My brothers would see our dad's semi-truck parked at his mom's house. We lived in the same small town. And my brothers would say, Mom, can we go see Dad? So then when we'd get home, our mom would call in and say, hey, can the boys come see their dad? They're asking to see him. So we would go to our dad's mom's house. It was this dark, brown, dingy house, smelled of cigarette smoke. It was dark on the inside. And when we would walk in, there was no special event, no hugs, no, hey, how are you? I haven't seen you in forever, nothing. There were no toys, there were no snacks, there was nothing there for kids. And this is actually our grandmother. I don't call her my grandmother because she was never a grandmother to me or my brothers. This is my dad's mom. This was a grandparent's house, and there were nothing for kids to do. And when we would sit there for 15 or 20 minutes with the adults while they watched TV and smoked cigarettes, me and my brothers would be bored. We'd go outside, we'd pick up sticks in the yard, we'd act like we were sword fighting or playing baseball or whatever to pass the time for the next 2 or 3 hours. And for me, 3 years old, 4 years old, 5 years old, it's the same memory over and over again. As I have learned, as I've gotten older, our dad only stopped at his mom's house on Sundays because it was convenient for his scheme. You see, in the state of Iowa during that time, they didn't arrest deadbeat dads on Sundays. So being an out-of-state, over-the-road truck driver was convenient for his scheme because he was never in the state of Iowa. So every association that I had with my dad, every memory that I developed with my dad was negative. I never felt special. I never felt like I was unique. I always felt that I was in the way. And even I associated that with his entire family. And I kept those negative associations as I went forward into my adolescence. When I started to develop, a little bit of my own personality, my own identity, when I'm 12, 13, 14 years old, much of my attitude, much of my behaviors aren't necessarily to be me, it's to not be like my dad. So anytime someone would see me play baseball and they'd think that they would pay me a compliment. They would say, oh, you swing the baseball bat just like your dad. The next day I'm at baseball practice changing the way that I swing because I'm not playing baseball like my dad. They would say, oh, you talk just like your dad. The next day I'm trying to change the way that I talk because I'm not talking like him. See, I wanted to disassociate with my name, with anything that came before me and my family, so much so that I would come home from school periodically and I would ask my mom if I could change my name. I want to change my name to your maiden name, to my grandpa's name. Because at least that was something that was positive for me. That was something that I could aspire to. Every time she would say, no, no, I didn't change your last name after the divorce for a reason. That's your name. And of course, every time I would roll my eyes and scoff and not understand her logic and reasoning. And I carried these negative associations forward into my early 20s. Graduated from college, and I was very fortunate to meet Elizabeth, and her and I started dating. And as our relationship began to get more serious, on one hand, I was so excited for this relationship, to be with this beautiful woman. But on the other hand, I had this fear growing inside of me. I had this fear that I had this demon given to me from day one, from my dad, that I would end up being like him, that I would be neglectful, be deceitful, I would be an adulterer if we got married, all the things. Because I'm 50% him, 50% his blood. So it just was inevitable that this demon given to me inside is going to come out one day. So I wrestled with that for a long time while Elizabeth and I were dating. On one hand, I was so excited for where we were going. On the other hand, that fear just grew and grew and grew. And anytime that I would wrestle with that fear, I did my best to try and focus on my grandparents, because they were the aspirational shining star for me. And when I did get the courage up to ask Elizabeth to marry me in 2012, my grandparents had been married for 64 years. Of course, we got married, and naturally in marriage, your conversations start to gear toward wanting to have children. And of course, both of us, we bonded over that. I wanted to have children. I liked the idea of having children. And as the conversation began to get more serious in year 7, year 8 of our marriage, I started to realize that Elizabeth's desire was much greater than mine. And I tried to keep up with her. I tried to keep pace with her. But I knew deep down, I had this demon inside of me. And I was so afraid that if I had children, that was just another opportunity for this demon to come out. And I would repeat what my dad did. I would be a terrible husband, and I'd be a terrible dad. And I don't think there's anything more, there's nothing I think that I'm more afraid of than being a terrible dad. And so putting off having children just allowed me to avoid that, just allowed me to run away from them. It was in year 8, and I started looking around me, started taking inventory of the people that I have the most in common with. My 2 best friends from childhood, I've known almost my entire life. They're great dads, great husbands, and they just seem like they're doing it with ease. My 2 older brothers are great dads, great husbands, and it's like they're just living out their mission. My best friends here in Texas are great dads, great husbands. Same thing. It's like they're just living out their mission. They're just living their best life. And I started thinking about that, and I was like, I don't have that feeling. Deep down, I don't have that feeling. And it was August of 2021, and I was at my friend's house, and we were watching the show Ted Lasso. And if you've never seen the show, it's about an American who coaches soccer in England, and he's a little bit of a fish out of water, but ultimately, he's really great at what he does, but more importantly, he's a great dad. And he really, truly misses his son. So he's in England, Ted, the main character, and his son is back in the US. And that particular show really focused on that dynamic, that Ted, his mission was, one, to be a great soccer coach, but most importantly, to be a great dad. And he really just longed to be with his son. And I was driving home from my friend's house that evening in August of 2021. I started taking that inventory again of the people most like me, people that I've spent the most time in my life with. I don't have that feeling. I don't feel that that's my mission. And I don't feel that that's my mission because I'm just so afraid of it. And as I'm driving home, I start to get upset because I feel like it should be part of my mission. My older brothers, who have gone through nearly the same thing as me, are great dads, great husbands, and it seems like it's their mission, but it's not part of mine. And so I start to get upset, and I'm gripping the steering wheel really tightly, so tight that my knuckles are turning white. I start gritting my teeth, and I just start asking to myself, why don't I want this? As I kept driving, it just got louder and louder. I said, why don't I want this? Why don't I want this? Why don't I want this? What is wrong with me? And as I was trying to keep the car on the road, at this point I had tears in my eyes. And I carefully parked the car in our garage. And I just sat in my car for a minute. I didn't want to go inside upset. So I sat in my car for a minute. Just put my head back on the headrest. Just closed my eyes. And I just took the deepest breath that I'd ever taken. And when I opened my eyes and I let out that breath, it's like this fog lifted from my life. And that fog lifting revealed that this demon that I have inside, that I've been afraid of my entire life because it was born in me, that demon doesn't exist. I had made it up. See, from day one, I had thought that I had this demon. And from day one, our dad didn't want to be around. But I made up this demon inside and allowed him to stay around 36 years later. But on that day when that fog lifted, I realized I'm not my dad, and I never have been. That I'm not going to run away from what I'm afraid of. That if I truly look at myself and what is my mission, what do I feel that my mission is, then I'm going to run full speed to my mission. I'm not going to be afraid of my fears any longer. Now, 2 years before that, in April of 2019, as I sat next to my brothers at our dad's funeral, the only feeling that I had was indifference. I wasn't mad. I wasn't sad. I couldn't be. I didn't know him, and he barely knew me. But as I sat there next to my brothers at his funeral, and the eulogy was given by his wife, she said one sentence that I had never heard before in my 34 years at that point. She simply said, "We all know he wasn't around as much." That was the first time that I had ever heard anyone even acknowledge what he did. Certainly no one ever apologized. Now, as I was preparing for this speech, this was not the intended subject originally. But as I was preparing for the speech and trying to dig into a story that I was going to tell, as I peeled back the layers, each layer being peeled back was more uncomfortable, more painful. And actually, once I got past a lot of the layers and got to this subject, I realized that I'm not indifferent. And it kind of pissed me off. Because for 40 years, I'd been blissfully indifferent. Now, looking back at what I have learned about myself in the last 4 years, and what I have learned more so by asking questions to my mom about what my dad did, I think the reason that I'm upset isn't because I'm a victim in this story, isn't because my brothers are a victim, isn't because my mom is a victim. We are the victors in this story. Our lives are so much better with him not in our lives. The reason that I'm upset is, I think just in general terms, that there's someone that actually would do that. They would purposely try to leave their children, 5 years and under, with nothing. Whether it's my dad, whether it's someone on the news, whether it's my neighbor, it just feels criminal. And so as I peeled back the layers and learned about who I am, who I'm becoming, what I'm moving towards, I realized that my dad never acknowledged what he did, never apologized for what he did, because he spent his whole life running away. He ran away from his family, he ran away from his responsibilities, and he ran away from anything that he was afraid of. When that fog lifted on my life, and I realized I'm not running away anymore, that was my chance to know that I'm not my dad, because I'm not going to run away. I will repeat the things that my dad did if I run away, but I'm not running away from what I'm afraid of. So, my whole life, I had thought that my last name was associated with deceit and neglect and adultery. And I hated my last name. But for the last 4 years, I have learned that my last name never meant that. That my last name means compassion, it means love, it means loyalty, it means determination, it means encouragement. And then when Elizabeth and I are blessed to have our children of our own, they're going to be moving towards those things. They're not going to be afraid of anything. They're going to be moving towards those things, what their name means. Because the things that come before us, the history that came before us, the blood that we have does not define us. It's what we do. It's what we believe. It's what we are moving towards is what defines us. So I want to leave you with this. I want to challenge you. Identify what it is that you're afraid of. What are you running away from? And stop running away from it. And instead, identify what it is that your mission, what it is that you're made for, what it is that you are meant for, and run full speed towards that. Thank you for having me.
I am so proud of you, Andy. Y'all, the work this man did to get to here today was unbelievable and really painful to watch. This is not what he ever thought he would talk about, and it's not really anything he ever talked about. But here we are with onion layers peeled back, running towards what we want. And I have to tell you, Andy, that I am so freaking proud to be a Greever. Thank you. Come back and join us next month, y'all. We meet here on the second Friday of every single month. It is always free. It is always open to all of you. And we are so honored to just have a room full of beautiful, wonderful people who love and care for this community and the people in it. So please come back and join us. Mark your calendars, scan that QR code, say yes that you're going, and come back and join us. Chris Guerrieri is coming back. He actually spoke on March 20th, I believe it was, whatever day the world shut down during COVID. He spoke. He was our last in-person speaker at our second location, and so we are thrilled to have him back. So please come support him and be here in person, fill the room, and just join us every month here at Inspired Leaders. So I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. Happy Mother's Day, and enjoy this beautiful weather. Thank you.